The hardest part of delegating to AI is not always the task. Sometimes it is explaining the task. You know the thing you do every Thursday at 4:17 without thinking? The spreadsheet cleanup, the invoice check, the lead triage? The weird browser dance that only makes sense because you have done it 70 times. Now imagine trying to write that workflow down for an AI agent. Suddenly, your simple habit becomes a 12-step procedure with edge cases, exceptions, screenshots, and a quiet desire to lie down. Claude Cowork's new Record a Skill feature is interesting because it attacks that exact pain. Instead of describing the workflow from scratch, you record your screen while doing it and narrate your decisions. Claude turns that recording into a reusable skill. The Decoder reported that Anthropic added the feature to the Claude Cowork desktop app on July 21st. It lives in the Plus menu. You record screen activity, clicks, typing, and voice commentary while completing a task. Cowork converts the recording into a saved skill, and when the same task comes up later, the skill can run directly instead of making you repeat every step manually. It is available on Pro, Max, and Team plans. Build Fast with AI framed the same update as a way to turn screen recordings into reusable skills, and I think that is the right lens. This is not just another automation feature, it is a way to teach by doing. Through the introvert lens, that matters a lot. Most workplace knowledge is not stored in documentation, it lives in people's hands. Which tab they check first, which warning they ignore, which customer note means escalate, which naming convention is official, and which one everyone actually uses. When AI tools ask users to write perfect instructions, they reward the people who enjoy explaining themselves. Many quiet operators are excellent at the work and exhausted by the performance of translating the work for others. Record a Skill changes the first draft. You do the task once, out loud. Not as a polished training video, just a narrated pass. I click this because this report is usually stale. I check this column because finance cares about duplicates. I skip this alert because it fires every week. That commentary captures judgment, not just clicks. And judgment is the part that most automation tools miss. A macro records motion. A skill should preserve intent. It turns the mechanical sequence into a logical one. It respects the why behind the what. The practical workflow I would test is deliberately boring. Pick one recurring task that takes 10 to 20 minutes. Expense formatting, weekly metrics cleanup, preparing a customer research brief, turning raw meeting notes into a status update. Record yourself doing it once, narrate every hesitation. Then let Claude generate the skill, run it on a second example, and compare the output against your own version. The question is not whether it is magic. The question is whether it gets close enough that your job becomes review instead of repetition. There are real caveats. Letting an AI watch your screen is a trust decision. Do not record secrets. Private customer data, medical data, payroll, or anything you would not want preserved in a reusable workflow. Start with harmless tasks. Also, a recorded skill is not automatically a safe skill. It still needs boundaries, review, and versioning. If the workflow changes, the skill needs updating. And if your narrated process includes a bad habit, congratulations! You have just automated the bad habit. It reflects your workflow, for better or worse. My verdict: worth trying if you are the person everyone quietly relies on because you know how the messy process actually works. This feature lowers the cost of capturing that knowledge. It also shifts delegation. From, write me a perfect prompt, to, watch me do it once. That is a more natural way for many people to teach. It is also less socially expensive. You do not have to convene a workshop about your invisible workflow. You can capture it privately, test it privately, and bring back evidence when it works. The bigger signal is that AI is moving from prompting to demonstration. For introverts, that is a big deal. Prompting asks you to perform clarity before the system helps. Demonstration lets you start with competence. You show the work, explain the few judgment calls that matter, and let the assistant build the repeatable layer around you. You do not need to become louder to delegate more. You just need a machine that can pay attention the first time.